What's going on, guys? Wanted to do a quick live show. I was actually watching Lou's stream earlier. He's a bit relaxed today because Georgia is not playing. So it's nice to see. It's nice to see Lou, nice and relaxed and kind of taking a week off, just kind of chilling this week. So I decided to go live and do a sort of countdown to kickoff type of thing. Just like Lou, I'm watching College Game Day, of course. If you're a college football fan, that's what you're supposed to be doing. That's a fact. And I wanted to get my subscribers' opinion on, since there's no ranked versus ranked. Hold on, I think that's too loud. Hold on. Alright, I got y'all. Since there's no ranked versus ranked matchups today, wanted to get y'all's opinion on who you thought was the best matchup of the day. Yesterday I did my spread pick video. I do have several upsets happening today. I think it sets up. I honestly think it actually sets up more favorable than usual for upsets today. I think we have talented unranked teams that are getting a home game against maybe not so talented ranked teams. Big time recipes for upsets today. And when I say upsets, I don't mean like huge, 20-point underdog upsets. Going over it real quick. The biggest upset that I have would be Washington State over BYU. They're a 4-point underdog. I think that's the biggest one. I do have a lot of lays, though, because, let me see here. I have Army upsetting Wake Forest, but they're only a 3-point underdog. I have Purdue upsetting Wisconsin. Why is Wisconsin favored there? I don't understand that. So, of course, I took Purdue. And, let's see. Yeah. Forgot to write one prediction that I did give. I laid the 25 on that. All right, so far I'm 64 and 56. That's 53%. That's not horrible, but that's horrible for me because last year I went 68%. So I'm hoping this week I have a really good week. At least get it up to 55%. So in order to do that, I probably need to go in the range of, 12 and 8. 12 and 8 would be a really good day. It would help with the average. So, yeah, that's what I want today. And this morning, I'm actually going to open up the phone lines. So if you guys want to talk about a matchup you're particularly looking forward to, or, your own team, who's your team playing today? Hit me up and talk about it. Indiana over Ohio State today? Oh, man, I don't think so. At the beginning of the season, I could have bought that just because I didn't think Indiana was going to be as bad as they are. But the thing is, I did predict Indiana to get exposed this year. And, yeah, they're definitely getting exposed. They're 2-4. They're the same record as West Virginia. That's not good. That's not good at all. And that's with Michael Penix Jr. healthy. So, not good. Not good. I think they'll keep it closer than the 21-point spread. I do think that. I took the 21 in that game. But I don't give the Hoosiers really any shot of beating Ohio State. We saw what they did against Michigan State last week. I don't think Michigan State is as hot or as good as Ohio State is right now. Now, could Michigan State beat Ohio State in East Lansing? Maybe. Possibly. Could they beat Ohio State in the Horseshoe? No, I don't think so. So today's going to give us a gauge of the difference between talent with Michigan State and Ohio State because Michigan State had a lot of trouble with Indiana last week. And I don't think Ohio State's going to have all that much trouble today. Laying the 21, that's not a bad play. Not at all. But picking Indiana to upset, that's really stepping out on a limb right there. So, I mean, good luck to you, but I just don't see it happening. Please hit the like button to help the video get suggested more and get more people in here. That always helps. That's that's the reason why it's there, is for whenever you hit it, it hits the YouTube algorithm, gets it suggested more. More people come in, more people talk, more people trash talk, and that's what college football live shows are about. Trash talking. I mean, call it what it is, guys. It's for trash talking. So yeah, hitting the like button really helps in that aspect. So if y'all have the call-in number, y'all can call in if you want to. No problem right now. If you don't have the call-in number and you want the call-in number, all you do is have to email me, refsuck@gmail.com, and that's spelled refsssuk@gmail.com. I don't know if my mods are in the live show right now, so I'm trying to spell that out. Anyways, you email me your name and the number you're calling from, and I'll email you the call-in show number back. So that's our way of trying to combat the troll situation, because the last time I gave out the number on the live show, it was really bad. So email me at refsuck@gmail.com, and I will email you back the call-in show number. That way you can call in and talk about your team or a matchup that you're keeping an eye on today. Who was it? Somebody in the chat said, who was it? Dadgummit. Matthew Bryant says, Hoosiers are going to get annihilated. Yeah, I don't know. I think even if Indiana covers the spread, it's still going to be ridiculous. So either way, yeah, I don't think they have a shot at winning today. Big day for the Panthers. I do think Pitt will beat Clemson, but I think it's going to be a lot of people think that Pitt's going to kind of run away with it. Ngata is out for Clemson, but Clemson isn't a total dumpster fire. They are definitely a step back from what we're used to. Not going to disagree with that at all. And I am picking Pitt to beat Clemson. That doesn't change my opinion of, I will always say that Pitt needs to eat shit. But, call it what it is. They're pretty good this year. It's at home. But Clemson is Clemson, and I think it's going to be a close competitive game. I think Pitt's going to win, but I think Pitt will have to come off with maybe a last-second field goal and win by 1 or 2. So that was a tricky pick, and I went with the lowest percentage pick possible. Honestly, Pitt winning and beating Clemson by more than 3 and a Clemson straight-up upset is more probable than what I picked. I picked Pitt to win, but by like 1 or 2 points. So my particular pick is the lowest percentage pick you can think of with that spread pick. So we'll see what happens with that. And of course, Sports World PA is, I predicted 34-17 Pitt. I'll be at the game pretty hyped up. That's not a terrible score prediction. Pitt can put up points, and Clemson struggles to put up points sometimes. So could happen. I don't think Texas plays today, to be honest with you. I don't think they do. Yeah, that was a risky pick, but for whatever reason, that's what my gut was telling me today. Take Pitt, but still take the point. So we'll see what happens with that.
Hey, Daddy.
My side. Huh? Sorry, my My wife and kids are having to go get something for our grandparents. Okay.
You can take.
Where's that?
Where's the water?
Oh, here we go. Yeah, let me have those. Yeah, it's gonna be around here. Okay. Fine. All right, I'm back. Okay, hold on. Just emailed me. So if you want the call-in show number, just email me at refsuck@gmail.com. Name, number, dadgummit. There we go. All right, name, number, and I will text you back the call-in number. Let's see. Hold on. I'm replying right now, man. Hold on. Stupid phone. Why does it do that? All right. Here we go. Sometimes my call-in phone is just much slower than my regular phone, so okay. I gotcha. Anybody else that wants the call-in number to the show, email me and I'll send it to you. Just email me your name and the number you're calling from. All right. Talk is Tech. I've never heard of that channel. Is that a real channel? Or is that a Georgia Tech channel or something? All right. Somebody said very important game. I'm guessing we're still talking about Clemson at Pitt. Pierce Lightning. Golden Blue Dude, what is your favorite type of food and drink? I think my actual subscribers would be able to answer that question because I'm very adamant about it. But I will go ahead and tell you that my favorite drink is Pepsi, and my favorite food is a Tombstone pizza. And I'm sure the chat already knows that. You're on with Golden Blue Dude.
What's going on, bro?
What's up, bud?
Ain't nothing much, man. Great show, man. Great channel. I just want to go over some picks with you that I got for the weekend.
Okay.
I got Cincy. They covered that spread against Navy.
Me too.
Oklahoma. You ain't sick about Oklahoma. I think they covered the spread.
Yeah, I actually didn't pick that game because the spread is really freaking big. But what's this? It's like 35, ain't it?
It's 39.
39.
But I figure, they got to try to win out big to try to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be going for some style points. So I like that pick. I think they can win by, 8 touchdowns.
What about Penn State? 23.5 against Illinois. I
actually took the points on that. I think Illinois' defense is a little underrated. I think Penn State can win by 3 touchdowns, but 4 scores, that's... and Penn State's not known for scoring,
Yeah.
For a spread like that, usually you have to score a lot of points. Same thing with the Northwestern Michigan spread. It's the same exact 23.5. Michigan really isn't a big-time scoring team, and even though Northwestern doesn't have an elite defense like they did last year, it's still, kind of sneaky good. So I actually took the 23.5 on both of those.
Okay. Well, yeah, man, I'm gonna let you hit it, man. Have a good one, though.
All right, bud. Call back anytime.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. See, you don't even have to call in and have this long, drawn-out conversation if you don't want to. If you just wanted to, go over a quick pick that you had, or a game that you're keeping an eye on, or whoever your team is about to play, that's either way. Darren Conley says, I like your rhetoric on the Mounties. You tell it like it is without being partisan. Thanks, man. Let's go Mountaineers. Exactly. And that's why I actually got Eugene Napoleon on my live show on Wednesday. If you haven't checked it out, you definitely need to, especially if you're a West Virginia fan. Now, maybe if you're not a West Virginia fan, I don't know. I mean, it's still a great interview. But definitely, if you're a West Virginia fan, you need to take a look at the interview. We did talk about the situation with Neil Brown, and I'm not trash talking the fans that are firing at Neil Brown right now. I understand nobody likes losing. I understand that, but you got to look at the big picture, and you got to look at West Virginia's heritage and history. All-time greatest coach at West Virginia. Who is it? Don Nehlen. Look at the beginning of his tenure. He didn't start having success at West Virginia until his 4th or 5th year. So West Virginia is not Oklahoma. West Virginia is not, Ohio State. West Virginia is not any of these big-time brands. Alabama, Florida, Georgia. West Virginia is not that. It actually takes time to build something at West Virginia. 2.5 years is not long enough to build something at West Virginia. Especially, people looking at the 2.5 that he's been there and the decline from last year to this year. Hello, have you not forgotten last year was a COVID year too? And for long-term coaches that have been at their schools for a while, maybe last year was actually a good thing. But for a coach in his 2nd year, that was tough. And West Virginia actually overachieved, 6-4. We were not expected to have that big of a bounce back here. So, the overachieving, the COVID, it's only a year, 2.5. One of the greatest recruiting classes coming in next year. It's just too early to fire Neil Brown. And on top of that, okay, let's say Neil Brown isn't the coach for West Virginia in the future. I'll play devil's advocate, okay? Devil's advocate. Neil Brown is not the future coach for West Virginia. It's just not going to work out. It's still not the time to fire him. You know why? Because a school like West Virginia, if we fire a coach 2.5 years into this, and especially after last year when we extended him, we fire him now, we will never have a shot at a decent coach in the future. Never. Forget about it. Or at least a decade. I would say West Virginia would be screwed for at least a decade if we fired Neil Brown right now. So whether he's the right coach, I think he's the right coach. Putting that bias aside, whether he's the right coach or whether he's not the right coach, you just don't fire him this year. You just don't, especially if you're West Virginia. Now, if you're a Tennessee, a big brand like that, or Miami, I think Miami should fire Manny Diaz at the end of the season because Miami has way too much talent to be sucking as bad as what they are right now. A brand like that, I can understand firing a dude after 3 years because you want to have success right now. You can get the talent right now. You're recruiting in the top 20 consistently right now. And so you shouldn't be sucking right now like that. No, I didn't say that Neil Brown isn't the right coach. What I said was even if he weren't the right coach, even if it doesn't work out, you don't fire him this year or even right after this year. You have to wait till after next year. Whether he's the coach for West Virginia or not in the future as far as going forward, you have to wait till after next year. You have to. Now, personally, I think Neil Brown is the coach for the future. One of the all-time greatest recruiting classes coming in next year. this, if you look at this year in a vacuum, really West Virginia's issues and struggles is number one, the offensive line, and Jarrett Doege not being mobile. We all want Garrett Green to start, yes, but Neil Brown is slowly working him in. Neil Brown isn't one of those coaches that just completely changes the game plan, from one game to the next. You can see the progress of slowly switching the offense from Doege to Green. So, I think Green has a shot of starting a game before the end of the season, but we still might be a few games away from that because week after week, we are seeing more reps for Garrett Green in these games, and he's getting more reps for the first team in practice. Yes, I have been hearing that. He is getting more reps for the starting group over Doege. So I'm not saying he's going to start this week. I'm just saying in the near future, he could start. And you see it during the game. His snap count is getting higher and higher and higher. So there you go. By the way, guys, this is a call-in show this morning. So if you have the number to Golden Blue Dude, feel free to give me a call. If you don't have the number, email me, and I will email you back. It is refsuck@gmail.com. All you have to do is email me your name and the number you're going to call back, and I will email you back the number to the call-in show. So that's how to get it. I gave away the call-in number a while back on this show, and it turned out horrific. The trolls pretty much took over. So, yeah, we found a way to... And I'm sure the trolls will figure out how to get around that. But for now, it's that's how it is. And my spread pick for today, for the West Virginia TCU game, TCU was a 4.5 favorite, and I actually laid that, meaning I think TCU will beat West Virginia by more than 4.5. That's not saying that I don't have confidence that West Virginia is going to win. No. But West Virginia hasn't won a road game since 2019, and I think TCU matches up fairly evenly with West Virginia. So I have TCU beating West Virginia by a touchdown. Now, I'm going to try to live stream that game. So hopefully I'm wrong about that, and you'll get to see it live, or you'll get to see my health take another hit. Either way, it's going to be a good live show. So I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. Gobbin. Is that Gobbin? Gobbin Orange 25. If Hooker stays, we beat Pitt next year. They lose their best player. Are you talking about Virginia Tech? Guys, Virginia Tech does need a new coach. I'm trying to figure out who he's a fan of. Or is that Tennessee? Tennessee. Okay, you're talking about Tennessee. I got you. I was about to say Virginia Tech is in a world of trouble right now with their coach. I got you. Let's see. Sports World PA says West Virginia will upset TCU today. I hope they do. I will be more than happy to be wrong about that pick. Truly. You know what? I forgot to mark down. I think that's a night game too, ain't it? Like 7:30, if I'm not mistaken. And West Virginia has actually played pretty good at night this year. I think the last time was that Oklahoma game. I think that might be the only time, actually. Let's see. I hate my second phone that I have you guys call in on. It's good. It's good for people to call in, but looking up stuff, it sucks. Old Toby says West Virginia can beat TCU. Yeah, they can. Big Ounce says Clemson is beating Pitt. I don't know. Pitt. This is coming from a West Virginia fan too. Pitt looks pretty good this year. I still don't know why they lost to Western Michigan. That was a dumb loss, but they did. So that's the only thing that kind of, think about it. If that didn't happen, Pitt would probably be a top 10 team right now. Think of that, Pitt fans. If y'all hadn't have screwed up and lost to Western Michigan at home, Pitt would definitely be the highest ranked ACC team, number one. Number two, top 10 team. Number 3, playoff aspirations, possibly. Yeah, that was a terrible loss. And yes, West Virginia at TCU is at 7:30, so it is true. Let's see. John Doe says Brent Venables is going to single-handedly have to win this game. He is carrying Dabo so much right now. Yeah, the defense. I actually agree with that. That's a good take. Max Brown says Wake Forest became bowl eligible before Clemson, Alabama, Ohio State, Oregon, Texas, Iowa, and Penn State. Yeah, that's true. But you gotta look at their schedule as well. Not exactly a gauntlet. But still, credit to Wake Forest. They're still undefeated. I just think Army's triple option is going to give them a lot of trouble. And it's at Army. Personally, I think Wake Forest is now the weakest of all the undefeated teams. It used to be Oklahoma State, but they beat a good Texas team on the road. It took that one pick six because if Texas would have scored right there and gone up 24-3, the game is over. That one play changed the game. Whenever Oklahoma State pick sixth Thompson and cut it from 17-3 to 17-10, that was the game changer right there. That was the game changer. So, yeah, it's got to be Wake Forest. We'll see how really good they are coming up. They got this road trip to Army. They have a road trip to Clemson. They still have to play NC State, and they still have to play, who was that other one? Was it Boston College? No, they beat Boston College, I think. Or have they? I don't know. All I know is they still have to play NC State and Clemson, the road game, and then today a road trip to Army. I don't think they finish the season undefeated. I think they'll finish like 9-3, 10-2, something like that. That's still a really good season for Wake Forest. It really is. Big Out says, guys, I have less than $200 in the bank. I'm not wasting my money on gambling. That's actually a smart comment. That's actually true. If you're cutting it close, don't gamble. You're basing, paying your bills, buying food on hopefully I win. Don't do that. Gambling is a hobby. Gambling is for extra money to play with. If you have extra money that if you lost all of it would not hurt you a bit. So, yeah, I agree with that. If you're close on money, don't gamble. That's stupid. That's how you get into trouble. That's how you get yourself into bad situations. Good life choices, guys. Don't gamble if you don't have extra money to do so. Vandy Dandy said, I lost $500 on the Bama A&M money line. You lost $5,000? Kind of confused on that because Texas A&M did upset Alabama. So you bet Alabama on the money line? Scotty B, the Baylor King, says, John Doe, look at the stats for Texas defense and numbers don't lie. Texas does not have a great defense. That is true. Old Toby says, that's why nobody will remember his name. Vandy Dandy says, then I won $6,400 on Ole Miss. What a rush. That's a good win right there. You were the one that said you won $1,600 off the, what was it, Liberty over Coastal Carolina pick last year? Yeah. Had somebody bet on the money line Stanford over USC. This was back when people thought USC was good. They were number 14 in the nation. And Stanford was considered trash at the time. I picked the upset in that game, Stanford over USC. Nobody liked that pick. Everybody thought I was stupid. Nobody was picking that. If somebody would have put money on that game, the money line on that game, that would have been a big payoff. Big payoff. That's the one game that I would have won you a ton of money on. Now, here's the thing. My picks are just for fun. I'm not a professional. I'm not saying you should bet what I'm telling you. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying in that particular instance, I was right, and that was a big payoff. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying, oh, that proves that you need to take my picks if you want to win some money. No, I am not a professional. I don't claim to be a professional. I do it for fun, and I have fun doing it. And I'm having a slight step back year this year. Last year I went 68%. This year 53%. That's about what professional gamblers do. Last year I was whooping professional gamblers, so I'm going to get back in that. So if you haven't watched my video, here's the picks that I have. I have a pretty good feeling about this week. Number 2, Cincinnati at Navy. Cincinnati, of course, undefeated 6-0. Navy 1-5. You gotta watch out for that triple option though. Cincinnati's 28-point favorite. I'm laying the 28. Even Game Day said that Cincinnati has a really good scout team, so even though they're not used to playing a triple option, that scout team will have them ready. I'm laying the 28. Northwestern at number 6, Michigan. Northwestern 3-3, Michigan 6-0. 23.5-point favorite. I'm taking the 23.5. I think that's too many points. Northwestern, not an elite defense like they were last year, but fairly good. And Michigan doesn't score a ton of points. And that game gives me this heebie-jeebies feelings where if somebody were to pull off a didn't see that coming upset, that would be the game. I'm not calling the upset in the game. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm just saying it gives off the vibe to me that if something crazy were to happen, that would be the game. After that, Illinois at number 7, Penn State. Illinois 2-5, Penn State 5-1. Spread same exact 23.5. I'm taking the points on that. I think Penn State wins comfortably. I think Penn State wins by 3 touchdowns, but too much. Then the game I was just talking about. Number 16, Wake Forest at Army. Wake Forest 6-0. Army 4-2. Army's a good team. They have an offense that Wake Forest is not used to playing. Wake Forest gave up over 500 yards to Syracuse. So I'm taking Army in the upset there. After that, Wisconsin at number 25, Purdue. Wisconsin 3-3, Purdue 4-2. Wisconsin a favorite? What? 3.5-point favorite? Of course, I'm going to take Purdue on that one. It's a home game. They just destroyed Iowa. Maybe Vegas was looking at the brand. Maybe there's an injury that I don't know about for Purdue. But, yeah, I'm definitely going to take the ranked team at home in the upset. That one doesn't make sense to me. Number 8, Oklahoma State at Iowa State. Oklahoma State 6-0. Iowa State 4-2. Iowa State actually the 7-point favorite. I'm going to take Iowa State, and I'm going to take the points as well, though. I think that's a close game. I think Oklahoma State's defense can keep this game close, but I do not think they're going on the road and winning at Jack Trice Stadium, especially with Iowa State in the second half of the season. Iowa State, for whatever reason, they always get off to a terrible first half of the college football season, but they get on fire and end up in the Big 12 championship at the end of the year. So I think this is the start of that fire, and they've been doing good here lately. And that's why Iowa State's favored. They know the history. I'm going to take Iowa State, but I think it's a close game, so I took the points. I might regret that one. It might turn out to be Iowa State blows them out. That's the only... I don't think Oklahoma State's going to win this game. That's what I'm trying to convey. I'm taking Iowa State, but it could have been a mistake taking the 7 points. Now that I think about it, they could win by 2 touchdowns easily. We'll see. Number 10, Oregon at UCLA. Oregon 5-1, UCLA 4-2. UCLA, the 1-point favorite whenever I made my pick. And, of course, I'm going to take UCLA, which means I lay the 1 point. Really, all you do is pick UCLA on that one because that's a pick 'em. So, yeah, I'm taking UCLA. Oregon struggles on the road. They do have a great win against Ohio State on the road. Go figure. I don't think they get the job done here. UCLA, they're a pretty good team. They're not an elite team. They're not a top 10 team. But I think they're good enough to beat Oregon at home. We'll see. LSU at number 12, Ole Miss. LSU 4-3. Ole Miss 5-1. Ole Miss only an 8-point favorite. That spread makes no sense. like I said in the video, that has to be because LSU just beat Florida. LSU always beats Florida. That doesn't mean they're good. Okay, this spread should be at least 2 touchdowns. That's why I laid the 8. Ole Miss at home against LSU. You kidding me? Easily laying those points. Clemson at number 23, Pitt. Clemson 4-2, Pitt 5-1. Pitt only 3.5-point favorite. I took the points, though. I think Pitt will win by a field goal, which means that half a point means Pitt doesn't cover. In this game, I also think that it's more likely that Pitt covers than Clemson pulls the Mount upset. I'm convinced Pitt wins this game. I just took the 3.5 because I think they win by a field goal. We'll see how that pick turns out. Tennessee at number 4, Alabama. Tennessee 4-3, Alabama 6-1. Alabama 25-point favorite. I was expecting that to be a little bit more. Alabama beat Ole Miss by 21. Ole Miss went on the road and beat Tennessee. So, yeah, I'm laying the 25. I think Alabama wins by 4 touchdowns, to be honest with you. San Diego State at Air Force. The Aztecs undefeated 6-0. Air Force 6-1. Air Force a 3-point favorite. I'm laying those 3 points on Air Force. Air Force is a better team than people realize. I think Air Force beats San Diego State, knocks them off, and Air Force gets ranked. And maybe they start getting in the conversation of trying to grab that New Year's Six bowl bid. For those of you who don't understand how that works, for a group of 5 team to get into a New Year's Six bowl, number 1, you have to win your conference. Number 2, after that, the highest ranked group of 5 champion. Now, this all depends on if Cincinnati gets in the playoffs. I think Cincinnati will get in the playoffs. So then it's after that, who's going to be the highest ranked group of 5 team? Vanity Rose says, I've got $10 that says Oregon beats UCLA. You want to do it? Head up, no points. It's a bet. You've got it. What are we doing? $10? All right. Y'all, I've got witnesses. You've got witnesses. That way nobody can welch. $10 on the Oregon UCLA game. I got Oregon. Or you got Oregon. I got UCLA. I'm good with that. UTSA against Louisiana Tech. Louisiana Tech 2-4, UTSA 7-0, and yet UTSA is only 6.5-point favorite. I'm laying that, so even if they win by a touchdown, it covers. So there you go. Ohio State against Indiana, Buckeyes 21-point favorite. I think the Buckeyes roll, but I'm taking the points. I think that's a little too much on the road against Michael Penix Jr. I think they win by 17-20, something like that. USC at Notre Dame. Number 13, Notre Dame. USC 3-3. Notre Dame 5-1. Notre Dame only a 7-point favorite. I know this is a rivalry game, but USC is a terrible team. I think Notre Dame will be able to score at will. I'm laying the 7. South Carolina at number 17, Texas A&M. South Carolina at 4-3, and Texas A&M 5-2. 19.5-point favorite, Texas A&M. Well, South Carolina is without their starting quarterback, Doty. He had to have foot surgery. I said shoulder surgery in the video. I was wrong about that. It's foot surgery. No chance for the Gamecocks. I'm laying the 19.5. Number 18, NC State at Miami. NC State 5-1, Miami 2-4. Miami gave North Carolina a game, but they were close to getting blown out. They came back on North Carolina, still lost is the key phrase. Still lost. So even though the score was close at the end of the game, they still lost. So, yeah, I don't believe in Miami at all. I think they missed the bowl, and I think this is the game that knocks them out of bowl contention. They need this win to get into bowl contention. I don't think they get it. I'm laying the 3.5. I think NC State wins by at least a touchdown. And then finally, the last 4 games, Kansas State at Texas Tech. State is 3-3. Tech, a deceiving 5-2. The line was even. I'm taking the Wildcats on the road. TCU went into Texas Tech. No problems. I think it's the same situation for Kansas State. Utah at Oregon State. Utah 4-2. Oregon State 4-2. Utah only the 3-point favorite. Utah is looking really, really good right now. I think they go on the road to beat Oregon State. I'm laying the 3. And the Utes get ranked after week 7. At 5-2, they will be ranked. BYU and Washington State. BYU 5-2. Washington State 4-3. Here's the thing. BYU is cold right now. 2 losses in a row. Washington State hot right now. 3 wins in a row. I'm taking the underdog. This is my upset special. I'm taking the Cougars to beat the Cougars. I'm taking Washington State in the mild upset over BYU. Hands them their 3rd loss in a row. And Washington State with their 4th win in a row. And finally, my game, West Virginia 2-4 at mighty TCU 3-3. TCU a 4.5-point favorite. I'm taking TCU and I'm laying the 4.5. West Virginia, not a good road team. We haven't won a road game since 2019. TCU is feeling pretty good. I know they got beat convincingly by Oklahoma, but they're feeling fairly good about themselves. And it's at TCU. West Virginia is going to lose. I will be live streaming that game, so hopefully I'm wrong on my live show. I'm hoping. But either way, it's going to be a good live show. What do y'all think? Y'all think I'm crazy? Y'all don't like my picks? You like my picks? I already have a bet. I'm guessing you're an Oregon fan or just somebody that has a lot of confidence in Oregon with the $10 bet. Taking Oregon. Hold on. Was it? Yeah, Vanity Rose. I need to write that name down. Vanity Rose. $10 bet. Give me 1 second, guys. $10. You got Oregon. I got you. Yeah, I believe UCLA is going to win that game. I really do. All right. What time is it? Countdown to kickoff. Ooh, only 11:15. Still got plenty of time. James Thompson says UCLA will win. I believe that too. Darren Conley, Golden Bluted, what county are you from? I'm from Pickens County, South Carolina. That's where I live. Where I was born, Kanawha County, West Virginia, Charleston. A lot of drug issues right now in Kanawha County. A lot of people dying from drug overdoses. It's not a good situation right now. Cowell County might be worse, though. The Huntington area, where it's on the border of Kentucky and Ohio, it's not good right now. Scotty B, the Baylor King, says Washington State had a crazy week with losing their head coach and 4 assistant coaches. Yes, that is true. That is true. But I picked it before, and I just got to stick with it. And I'm BSing my way through it. I mean, it's true. They are the hot team, but I made the pick before all that happened, and it's too late to go back on that. So if I lose it, I lose it. We will see. Greenbrier County. That's one of the prettier counties in West Virginia, actually. The Greenbrier itself is an amazing resort to go to. My cousin actually had her wedding there. Brian McKee. How does Ole Miss only have a 7.5-point advantage? So the spread has actually gone down from 8 to 7.5. I don't know. People are betting on Tennessee. Are you freaking kidding? I don't know. That's a good question, Brian. Good question. That's. I don't know. Cam said watching the Washington Arizona game late last night felt like I was watching a G5 game. Yeah, I forgot about that game. I didn't even watch it. Was not interested. Arizona is one of the worst teams in the nation, and Washington is having a severe letdown year. One of the teams that I might be the wrongest about as far as preseason predictions. I actually had Washington winning the North. So, maybe the wrongest about any team. Ole Miss has a lot of injuries. Yeah, I get that, but their offense is still explosive. They recruit explosive. They coach explosive. As long as Matt Corral is taking snaps, they're going to put up a ton of points. We all know that they don't have a good defense. They are going to give up some points, but it's at home. At home. They win by at least 10. I mean, you got to at least give them 10. Who do I think will win in Minnesota versus Maryland? Who do you think? Are you asking yourself? I'm kind of confused about that one. But I think Minnesota will beat Maryland. Minnesota's looking really good right now. They actually beat Purdue a couple of weeks ago, which was a good win. Washington beat mighty Arizona 21-16 last night. Wow. Wow. That's not good. But I do have Minnesota in that Minnesota-Maryland game. We'll see. Hopefully I can go at least... I'd like to go at least 12-8 this week. Of course, anything better than that would be awesome. I'm just trying to get my winning percentage up higher. I was at 66%. Check this out, guys. I was at 66%, which is basically the same as last year. Then freaking week 5 happened, and I went like 7-13, something like that. I think it was 7-13 or 8-14. I think it was 7-13. It was really bad, 7-13. And that dropped my winning percentage all the way down to like close to 50%. And then the week after I went like 12-8, and then last week 10-10. So I'm at 53%. 1 week. One horrible week messed up my winning percentage. That was awful. By the way, a quick reminder, we are still running my I about said Snapchat. Not Snapchat. Super Chat contest. $5 or more. Every $5 you Super Chat. So if you do one $5 Super Chat, that would be 1 entry. If you do one $10 Super Chat, that would be 2 entries. So every $5 you spend, you get an entry into my contest where the prize is a $50 prize from tristatewoodsketch.com. Basically, all you do, any photo, family photo, couple photo, children photo, logos, favorite team, stadium photo, whatever type of picture you want. This guy, tristatewoodsketch.com, his name is Joey. He transfers onto wood. Looks great. So the winner will receive a $5 credit and can order anything up to, not $5, $50. $50 credit. So anything up to $50. And on top of that, we did reach our goal for a free mini helmet. So the winner also receives a free mini helmet for the team of their choice. So if you're a Georgia fan and you win, and I'm assuming you would want a Georgia mini helmet, you got it. A Georgia mini helmet. All yours. You know what? I'm gonna set even higher expectations. Check this out. So we've already knocked out the mini helmet goal. I've done my research, and a regular size helmet like the one I have up there is around $300. Around $300. So if we can hit 350, I'll bump that mini helmet up to a regular size helmet. Yes, I will bump the mini helmet up to a regular size helmet. So the winner right now is getting a mini helmet. That's happening. We reached that goal. So a super chat of $5 gets you 1 entry, $10 2 entries, and so on and so forth. So basically 1 entry for every $5 that you super chat. I'm trying to look up who all we actually have in the contest so far. Like to keep y'all updated at least. Do my best. We have Huffer Billy Paul. He's got 4 entries because he super chat $20. We have John Park. He has 5 entries because he super chat a $25. True Seminole has 2 entries with the $10, and Adam Jov with 1 entry. So every $5 you super chat, you get entered into the contest, and we reached the goal of 50 for a mini helmet prize. Now I'm going real big. No, I'm talking about no. I've done my research. Real helmet. I'm talking about big time, like pretty much what they would use in the game. Trust me, they are freaking expensive. But you know, if you want me to go lower and you want a less expensive, we can go $250. But trust me, like the one that I have up there, around $300. Even if you, for like Pee Wee League, high school, the ones that are like super, what's it called? Concussion proof, $500. Those helmets are not cheap. Trust me, they're for real. But anyways, you know, still got a super chat to get me up there. So I don't know why we're going back and forth on that. Somebody picking the Vanderbilt upset over Mississippi State. That's not a bad pick, honestly. I don't see it happening, but it's not a bad pick. So we have the mini helmet coming to you. We reached the goal of $50. If you want a regular helmet, we got to get to $300. We got to, because those things are expensive. I want to give out the best prizes possible, but I can't lose money either. So I got to set goals. We did reach the mini helmet, so we're good on that. So even if I don't get one daggum super chat ever again in the history of Gold and Blue Dude, I'm still giving away that mini helmet because we reached the goal. Darren Conley, not a fan, but I think Georgia wins the Natty. The defense is one of the best I've seen in a decade. The defense is one of the best defenses I've seen in my entire lifetime. I'm being serious. They have historically good defense this year. Unbelievable. It is unbelievable. All right, they're talking about Oklahoma State right now. Here's the thing. You can show me highlights all day long of Oklahoma State. This especially goes for their offense. Oklahoma State does not have a good offense, okay? They don't. Elite defense, not a very good offense. Well, maybe average, maybe okay, but not elite. So they're showing all these clips of Oklahoma State, what they're running on offense, and I guess trying to prove how good they are. The thing is, they were one play away from getting blown out. And who bails them out? Their freaking defense. Oklahoma State is not a good team. Let me rephrase that. Oklahoma State is not an elite team. Of course, they're a good team. They're undefeated. They're good. They don't have a good offense. So ESPN with this brainwashing crap of showing, you know, Oklahoma State with all these great offensive plays, that's after they did the pick six and got on a roll. Momentum swung in their favor, and Texas pretty much quit after that pick six. That's what won the game for Oklahoma State, let's be honest. Had Texas converted and gone up 24-3, we would not be talking about Oklahoma State like that. So there you go. It looks like Sea-Dog wants the mini helmet. He says, go Jackets. Thank you for the... What was it, $9.99? I'm still counting at Sea-Dog. Even though you're 1 cent short, you get 2 entries. I got you, man. I got to make sure to write it down. So you have 2 entries. Let's see. Paul Riggs. This guy's a real good supporter. I appreciate you, man. $50 super chat. So Paul Riggs, I know he's a West Virginia fan. So he officially has 10 entries. There you go. That's how you get an advantage. So Paul Riggs, with the $50 super chat, he has 10 entries. Sea-Dog with $10, 2 entries. Hufferbilly Paul, haven't forgot about you. You had a $20 the other day, 4 entries. John Park with a 25, 5 entries. True Seminole with $10, 2 entries. And Adam Jav with 1 entry. And Hufferbilly Paul says supporting the show. You're a great supporter too. Definitely. And it was fun hanging out with you at Uncle Lou's, by the way. That was awesome. But I need to up your entry real quick. $19.99, so you officially have 8 entries. Well done. We might actually reach that goal of 300 and giving away a real helmet because of my amazing supporters. Y'all support the show in an amazing way. I want to give back in an amazing way. Now, gotta have goals because can't go in the hole giving out can't go in the hole giving out prizes. So we do have to reach goals. But once we reach those goals, I want to reward you guys. I can't talk right now. I don't know why. I'm tripping over my words. All right, so Texas T-Sip Central, Mr. Golden Blue Dude. Mr. Golden Blue Dude. Is it true that your real name is Chris? The subscribers want to know. It is. My real name is Chris, actually. I didn't think that was really a secret, to be honest with you, though. But yeah, my real name is Chris. The reason I really didn't think that it was a secret is if you go back far enough before the whole Golden Blue Dude brand, I actually say my real name, which is Chris. So I wasn't really trying to keep it a secret or anything like that because I've already said my real name back in the day. You just have to go back far enough. But I can confirm that. It is. My real name is Chris. Let's see, 50, 60, 80, 90, 95, 120. Guys, we are actually not that far away from that goal of 300 as far as from the beginning of the show to now to a regular size helmet. So we could get there. I could be giving away a regular size helmet of the team of your choice. How do you do it? Super Chat. Every $5 gets you 1 entry. We also have the $50 prize from tristatewhisketch.com. That prize is good for Christmas. We all have this person. Don't lie. We all do. Dadgummit, somebody has my social security number. How'd you get that, Go Bucks? Yeah, that's is that it? No, it's not it. That was funny, though. Got me off track. That's how funny it was. What was I going to say? Dang it. Crap. Oh, tristatewhisketch.com. We all have that one person. Could be 2 people. I don't know. Where birthday, Christmas. You have no idea what to get them. Whether it's your wife, whether it's your husband, coworker, whatever. You're like, I don't know. Here's a gift card. TriStateWhisketch.com is better than a gift card because this is a personal gift of a photo on a piece of wood. I know when I say it like that, it doesn't sound so great, but it looks great. Any shape and size. See, he's got this. This one is a pretty good one. And then, of course, a freaking slice of a log. Now, this right here would probably be all of your $50 worth. So if you were to win the contest and you were to order this, that would probably take all of the $50 earned by the prize. Just giving you a heads up. That one's a pretty expensive one because he's freaking chopping off some logs. But love it. And don't forget about the coasters. These are awesome. Check that out. This real wood, real coasters. Love it. Love it, love it. So, yeah. That's a given. That's definitely a prize. The mini helmet, definitely a prize. Now we're working our way towards a real helmet. So every super chat works our way towards that prize of a real helmet. So we'll see if we get there. Go Bucks is still giving away more of my personal information. My address is 643 Graham Avenue, Ho, South Carolina 65432. See, just more and more. Next thing you know, somebody's going to be opening credit cards under Golden Blue Dude. So hopefully the channel doesn't go under. Vandy Dandy. My nose is running too, by the way, guys. I'll count it as a $5 super chat. You're good. But he says Vanderbilt is better than the lesser Virginia. You know, West Virginia is not very good this year. But we're still better than Vanderbilt. Come on. I would say, as far as SEC teams go, West Virginia is better than Vanderbilt and possibly South Carolina. That's about it. That's about it. Now, Texas TSIP is giving away Jeff's phone number. I guess this is a live show where everybody's giving away their personal information. Okay. I didn't see us going down that road, but that's the road we went down, so we'll see where it takes us. And now apparently they are sexting. Yeah, didn't see that coming. Okay. Nude shots. Y'all do you. Whatever you want to do. Hold on. 50, 60, 80, 105, 110, 120, 140. We are now up to 145 as far as super chats going towards a big helmet. I need to get up to 300, but 145, we're getting there, guys. The mini helmet, done deal. That's coming. If you super chat me, you will be entered to win a mini helmet and the $50 prize. Now we're working towards the big helmet. We have to get to 300 because I can't afford a prize without it being compensated through super chats. I'm going to wipe my nose because I feel like it's about to drip into my mouth. You know, I get this stubble right here underneath my nose because that's what grows the fastest on my face, okay? So sometimes I blow my nose and, you know, the toilet paper or paper towel, whatever you're using, it gets stuck on the stubble. And then you're going around and people thinking that you're a cokehead. You're going around sniffing coke or meth. So I always try to make sure that I get all that tissue or paper towel off the upper lip because I'm already a West Virginia fan, so I'm already behind the 8 ball. So if I'm going around, you know, wearing West Virginia gear and then there's white stuff underneath my nose, he's a meth head. There goes a meth head. Oh, and he's wearing a Golden Blue Dude hoodie. Ooh. I'm not watching that channel. He does meth, so yeah, a little quick behind the scenes thing with why I make sure there's never anything under my nose. Andre King, $5 super chat. See, now we're getting there. That gets you one entry, sir. Good, very good. Maxwell Brown says, why would JMU join Conference USA over the Sun Belt? Did somebody say that? Because it looks like Conference USA is going under, and I think, I even did a video on it. I think the Sun Belt's going to pick up some of the Conference USA members. I think it'll be Marshall, maybe a UTEP, maybe Western Kentucky, and a Middle Tennessee. I think those teams would fit in nicely. And then, let's see. I had Louisiana Tech going to the Mountain West, I believe, and somebody else. Man, I wish I remember my videos more. It's sad. I can't even remember my own videos. Who else did I have going to the Mountain West? Y'all tell me y'all watched it, right? Dadgummit, I forgot. I think it was Louisiana. It might have been UTEP. UTEP and Louisiana Tech, I think. Something like that. I'm not sure. Lewis Papp says, that's just nuts that a mini helmet costs that much. Just insane. No, that's not what I meant. A mini helmet, I had to reach $50 in super chats. We reached that. We're good. A mini helmet is the prize. So if you win, you will get a mini helmet of your team. That's happening. We're already past that. We reached that goal, no doubt. The next goal is a regular size helmet. Like that. That is a regular size helmet. Now it's far behind me so it looks smaller, but trust me. Well, don't trust me. Watch me. Regular size helmet. Those do cost around $300. So, well, maybe not 300, maybe like 250. I still need to reach 300 to cover the costs, you know, and plus shipping, all that stuff. Put on the helmet. I have put on the helmet, and I probably will put on the helmet for the live stream this evening. The last time I put on the helmet was the Maryland game. So, yeah, I'll do it again. No problem. Let's see. Darren Conley says, that's our state bird in West Virginia, the Tweaky bird. Yeah, it is sad but true. That's, I mean, we can joke about it, but it is a serious situation that the opioid epidemic in West Virginia is really, really bad. Really, really bad. They need to do something. Those people need help. And, you know, I had, going down a serious path real quick, you know, it's what happens. But our family had some members have issues with addiction, and you know, before it happens, all you do, you know, oh, I can't believe, you know, it's always gutter slum addicts. Why would they choose that? Blah blah blah. Well, when it hits home, guys, it's a serious thing. It's there's a reason why it's called an epidemic. It's not just, you know, lower class bums hanging out in the gutters using drugs. Lawyers get addicted, doctors. All it takes, put you this way, all it takes is to be prescribed a narcotic for 5 days, and for you to take that narcotic as prescribed. So they're saying, even if you're in extreme pain, okay, even if, you know, and you need it, you take that for 5 days straight, the way that they're saying for you to take it, you know, every 4 to 8 hours, you're addicted, whether you realize it or not. It takes 3 days for narcotics to rewire your brain. Once you hit day 5, if you don't have that because it's rewired your brain, you're going to start feeling bad. You know, it's called withdrawals, detoxing, all that stuff. So don't think that you're, you know, untouchable, that addiction can't touch you. All it takes is a surgery, an accident, a dental procedure, anything like that. Doctor prescribes you a narcotic. You take it for a week straight as prescribed. You don't overuse it. You don't abuse it. You do what you're supposed to do. Doesn't matter. You're going to be addicted. That's just how it happens. It rewires your brain, and it is what it is. It's not like you're choosing to be addicted. It just happens. It's a brain thing. I encourage people who don't understand what addiction is to actually research it and look it up. It's a real thing. It's a problem, and instead of, you know, just arresting everybody that has drugs on them and uses drugs, we need to figure out a solution to actually treat those people and, you know, help them rehabilitate. And that's another thing. You know, police just arresting people, throwing them in jail. Well, that makes people not want to get help because they feel like they're going to get in trouble. So We need to do more to rehabilitate and educate people about the drug problem instead of just saying, "Hey, if you use drugs, you're going to jail." That's you know. I'll go ahead and say it. The war on drugs is a farce. Because a war insinuates that it's winnable. It's not winnable. It's not. It's going to keep happening. So we need to figure out a way to treat people better as far as when they actually get addicted. Not, oh, you're going to jail since you're using drugs. No. You got to treat them and get them back to normal. Adam Job with another. I got you, man. Another $5 super chat. So there's another entry, and we are officially halfway to the 300 mark, guys. $150. Give yourselves a round of applause. I have a feeling we're gonna get there. I have a feeling that Golden Blue Dude will be giving away a regular size helmet as the drawing prize. I have a feeling because you guys are really stepping up. We're officially halfway there. At the start, think about this. At the start of the show, we were at like $60. Now we're at $150. I think we're going to get to the 300, and I think we will be giving away a real size helmet. We're already giving away a mini helmet. We're going to give away a real size helmet. I have that feeling, guys. Let's see. What time is it? Real quick. 11:42. Who are they showing? Is that UCLA against... Oh, the UCLA-Washington game. I didn't understand why that spread against Washington was so low. Ray Finkel's with the $9.99. Appreciate that, bud. Let me write your name down. I'm still counting that as 2 entries, even though it's $1 or $9.99. Adam J, Northwestern or Michigan 23.5. I'm taking the 23.5. In other words, I'm picking Michigan, but I'm taking the points. So I guess Northwestern plus the 23.5. Yeah, that's what I'm taking. And if there were a game where a shocking upset were to happen, that would be the game I would pick. I'm not saying Northwestern's going to upset them. Not at all. I think Michigan has no problem with Northwestern, but I don't think they cover, and that would be the one most likely to be an epic upset. I have Kansas State beating. Texas Tech. Texas Tech 5-2 is very deceiving. They did beat West Virginia, but they get stomped by pretty much everybody else as far as a good team goes. I think Kansas State goes on the road and beats Texas Tech. Let's see. Oh, Luis Pap. Good show and advice. Go Mountaineers. $100 super chat. That is officially the biggest super chat in the history of this show. And all of a sudden, we are only $50 away from giving away a real size helmet. $50 away. We were like freaking almost $200 away whenever the show started. So, awesome super chat. Good job. And that gets you, what, 20 entries? Well done. If we get to the real size helmet as a prize, you could be winning it because you have 20 entries, so your chances of winning is pretty good. Well done on that, by the way. Yeah, that was a significant, much appreciated super chat. Well done, indeed. So they're doing the Oregon UCLA prediction right now. I already have a $10 bet with somebody on that. I'm taking UCLA. Who do you guys got? Darren Conley says, I will always still believe Neil Brown is a great fit for the Mountaineers. Agree with that. Give him a little time. He's going to turn it around. Never lost a bowl game. Exactly. There's a lot of things you have to take into consideration with Neil Brown. Honestly, it's the Texas Tech game and the Baylor game. That's why people are talking about firing him. 2 games. Because you look at last year, we overachieved. 6-4, won our bowl. This year, coming off a loss to Oklahoma, we beat Virginia Tech at home, and then we lost to Oklahoma by 3 on the road. After that, was anybody talking about firing Neil Brown after that loss to Oklahoma? No. Nobody. 2 games got that crap started. 2 freaking games. The abysmal loss to Texas Tech, and we shouldn't have lost that game. We went down 17-0 at halftime. But credit to coaching. What happened? They came out and they fought. They tied the game. Yes, West Virginia still lost by 3 points. And that sucks. I hated it. You can ask Uncle Lou. I was over at his house when that happened. They thought they were going to have to call the paramedics because it affected my health so bad. They said all the color was out of my face. It looked like I was going to pass out. I was not expecting West Virginia to lose to Texas Tech. That was the furthest thing from my head. We go down 17-0 at halftime. West Virginia does fight back. I think we scored on our first 3 drives to start the second half. We lose on a last-second field goal. All of a sudden, fire Neil Brown. Fire Neil Brown. Well, here's the thing. Why did West Virginia come out flat against Texas Tech? Because they were emotionally drained from the emotional victory over Virginia Tech and the emotional loss at Oklahoma. Okay, so I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just saying there's reasons, and if you break things down, instead of just focusing on, hey, we lost Texas Tech and got blown out by Baylor. Well, Baylor's really good. They just beat the snot out of BYU, so really I take that out of the equation, and it boils down to the Texas Tech loss. That's what this boils down to as far as Neil Brown's not the guy. We need to fire him. We're regressing. All because of the Texas Tech loss. That's it. Nothing else. You definitely can't base it on last year. We went 6-4, won a bowl, major step forward. You definitely can't base it on the first 4 games. One disappointing game against Maryland. We should have won that game, but come out. Of course, cupcake game LIU, and then we beat our arch rival, one of our arch rivals, Virginia Tech at home. And then we go on the road and hang in there with Oklahoma. Only lost by 3 on a last-second field goal, and it was because of a bad snap. And then the Texas Tech game, and then the Baylor game. That's what started all this crap. That's what I'm talking about. All these knee-jerk reactions. That's going to cost us a great coach, and it's going to set us back a good 5 to 10 years. So we need to stop doing that. All right, so I'm about to wrap this up, guys. The noon games are about to start, but we are officially, what was it, $250? We are at $250 on Super Chats. So we're only $50 away from the goal of $300, and we'll be giving away a real size helmet. So the winner would be getting a real size helmet. Awesome stuff, guys. Awesome stuff. And don't worry, just because we're going off of this live show, this is going to go on till the end of the month, so we still have time to get up to $300, and we only have $50 to go, so I'm pretty sure we're going to get there. So it looks like Golden Blue Dude is going to be giving away a regulation size helmet. That's what it's looking like right now, so pretty happy about that. Anyways, y'all enjoy your college football Saturday. I'm going to be back live later on this afternoon for the 7:30 West Virginia game. So if you want to see Golden Blue Dude go nuts, come join me for my live show later on this evening. I'll probably start around 7 o'clock. Appreciate you guys. The Super Chats. We're going to be giving away a real size helmet. It's going to happen. I feel it. We're only $50 away. It's going to happen. And why? Because of you guys. And that's the whole reason why Golden Blue Dude is a great channel. Not because of me. I'm just the voice in the face. It's because of you guys. So, Hurricane TTY says, come join me tomorrow, Golden Blue Dude. Let's do it, man. We need to get that Sunday thing rolling again. I'm ready, man. Just hit me up on email, and we'll set up a time tomorrow. I'm also doing something with Man U, so We'll figure out the time slots. But definitely, man, I loved it last year. We need to do it again. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get off here. Y'all have a great college football Saturday. And we'll see who will be talking trash about at the end of the day. Will it be Oklahoma State? Will it be BYU? I don't know. We'll see. I'll see y'all later on this evening for the live show. West Virginia at TCU. I have TCU winning, but, hopefully I'm wrong.